Somewhere in the bowels of the city that never sleeps.
Kevin McCullough, radio host with Salem Media.
Is a man also not sleeping.
Syndicated radio talk show host Kevin McCullough.
And that guy would like a word with you.
Many of you know him as Nostradamus.
Of course that Kevin show is going to be great. The only thing that could be greater, of course, would be that Donald show. But we don't have that, so we have that Kevin show.
Featuring the music of Dick Tunney and the Dream in Color Orchestra. And tonight, a U.S. Marine, World War II vets, and rifle, Andrew Biggio. The sketch comedy of John Christ. Director of Some Divine Influence, Sherry Rigby. The Fight for Freedom, Chuck Barham. And winner of historic 9 VMAs this week, 230 songs in her megamix, it's Taylor Swift in the spotlight. And now, live from Times Square, where the Dallas Cowboys have just sacked New York Giants quarterback Daniel Jones again, here's that Kevin. Not gonna lie to you, friends. Opening weekend was ugly for New York football. I mean, the Jets won, yes, but their $190 million man, Aaron Rodgers, who, let's face it, the rest of the league, they're not that sad about Aaron Rodgers. And he's such a bragger. Anyway, welcome to the weekend. We've got a big one for you. You heard the whole lineup there. Chuck Barham, Sherry Rigby, John Christ is back with sketch comedy tonight, and we've got the one, the only, Taylor Swift. I just got to tell you about the spotlight tonight, though. There's this fellow by the name of Joseph James that has put together these massive mega mixes of usually different artists doing different songs, and he puts them all together into kind of one offering. He did something really smart. Since this is the AD, the name of this year is just T Swift AD. It's not 2023. There's no actual number associated with it. It's just T Swift AD. This will forever be the year of the Taylor Swift. She's now hit, I think it's 160 or 190 million in pre-ticket sales for her movie that doesn't come out until October 13th. That's insane. She broke every record of every arena for total attendance on multiple night events. That's insane. And she just won 9 VMA awards, and the whole industry used to kind of make fun of her for going to the VMAs. She just set the record, or tied the record, for 9 in a single night. She's just having the year. So she's tonight, but we've got select portions of her mega mix from Joseph James for the Music Spotlight that count somewhere in the neighborhood of 230 songs in the completed 13-minute version of that. We don't have time to play that for you. But we will post the 13-minute version on the Rumble and the Instagram and the YouTube, and you can go see it there. But kind of cool stuff. Anyway, I want to get to we've got an assignment desk weekend tonight, friends, that will just knock your socks off. Really, really good stuff. So stick around. Big show. So I'm amazed when someone that holds public office keeps their word. It's such a rare thing. It's such a strangely glorious thing when they actually keep their promises. And in the Trump administration, you actually saw a lot of promises being kept. He said, I'm going to build a wall, and he builds a wall. And he's going to get prison reform done, and he does prison reform. And he does tax reform and lowers taxes and helps businesses and does all that stuff. So much so that the Communist Chinese Party and the Joe Biden campaign and the Hillary Clinton people, they all got together and said, well, we got to make sure we don't let him go back. So even though we had 11 million more votes in 2020 as compared to 2016, and since no president that has won re-election in the modern era has increased their vote in the last modern cycle, they didn't increase their vote at all. Reagan had slightly less, Bush had less, Obama had less, Clinton had less in his re-election. Trump had 11 million more. But we're supposed to believe that the incapacitated man shuffling around the White House somehow was the all-time record getter of presidential votes. Not buying it. And we'll see. We'll see what the 2024 election does. But in between, we had the congressional elections of 2022. And that allowed Kevin McCarthy to become Speaker of the House. And what he does in the clip I'm about to play for you is one of the most beautiful things that's ever happened, because a reporter tries to play gotcha, and he ends up forcing the reporter to admit the truth. Take a look.
Said that both Chairman Jordan and Comer were not able to present anything that was an impeachable offense at this point. Is that an assessment that you share?
You know, impeachment inquiry is not impeachment. So what impeachment inquiry is to do is to get answers to questions. Are you concerned about all the stuff that was just recently learned? Do you have any concern? Have you asked the White House any questions?
Yes.
Okay. Do you agree do you believe the president lied to the American public when he said he'd never talked to his son about business dealings? Yes or no? It's all right. You can't answer that? Do you believe when they said the president went on conference calls? Do you believe that happened?
That's what the testimony says.
Okay. Do you believe the president went to Cafe Milano and had dinner with the clients of Hunter Biden, who believes he got those clients because he was selling the brand? Okay. Do you believe Hunter Biden, when you saw the video of him driving a Porsche, that he got $143,000 to buy that Porsche the next day? Do you believe the $3 million from the Russian oligarch that was transferred to the shell companies that the Bidens controlled after the dinner from Cafe Milano took place?
The testimony.
Okay, then I go back. Do you think the president lied when he said
an impeachable? Is lying an impeachable?
Well, you want to know. I'm not saying impeachment. All I'm saying is I would like to know answers to these questions. The American public would like to know, and that's what impeachment inquiry provides.
And there you have the Speaker of the House schooling the reporter who was trying to get him. And her line of questions was kind of interesting to begin with. The committees say they don't have enough to impeach the president with, so why'd you open the inquiry? He just explained that the inquiry allows him to get answers to the questions that he just asked, that all the reporters there agreed are part of the evidence. So here you have a reporter who's supposed to be objectively telling the story of what the facts are and making sure that people understand what the truth is. That's the simple job that the reporter is supposed to carry out. Ironically, it's the Speaker of the House that has to do the reporter's job back to the reporter. And when she's forced to admit that the evidence exists, that not only did President Biden tell us a fib when he said, I don't discuss my son's business dealings with him at all. He went beyond that. He said, I've never met any of his business associates. I don't know about any of his deals. I've never had any contact with the people that he's done business with. Friends, now in the evidence, in the testimony, in the evidence, on the record, they have him meeting with the business associates. They have Hunter Biden driving a Porsche one day and receiving a check for $143,000 the following day to purchase the Porsche. Where'd it come from? How'd the money get there? What product or service was Hunter Biden supplying that did not include his father's name, his father's image, his father's presence as vice president? What was he doing that was so valuable that someone gave him a check for $140,000 and he was able to buy a Porsche with it? The American people do have the right to know. And this idea that lying isn't an impeachable offense, I don't know where she's been. That's what they tried to impeach President Trump on twice. And in fact, that's what they impeached Clinton on. The definition of it's always about telling the truth. And you know what? Our public servants should be about telling the truth. At least to us. We're their boss. They work for us, remember? Kevin McCullough, huge show tonight on That Kevin Show. Coming up.
Hi, I'm Senator Joe Biden from Delaware, and I'm here with President Harris to tell you about...
Joe, do I look like a cackling hyena? Let's start over. Hi, I'm 45, and soon to be 47 too. Your favorite president.
And we're here to congratulate, wait, who are we congratulating?
Joe, we've been over this. We're here to congratulate a great radio station on picking up That Kevin Show Saturday nights at
But
9
I'd
o'clock.
rather fall off my bike at Brandon Falls than tell people about That Kevin Show.
You know that's not a real place, right? They named it after you because you felt... No, never mind.
Wait, what?
Anyway, congrats to News Talk 101 FM in Panama City, Florida.
That's WYOO-FM. Wait, Florida. But you beat me in
Like
Florida.
a drum, baby. Like a drum.
Well, that's not very nice.